Hello and welcome to Best Sips Worldwide. I'm your drinking companion, Susan Schwartz, an American travel writer living in London. Thanks to my mother's love of martinis, the first words I spoke were shaken, not stirred, and I've been obsessed by the history of cocktails ever since. Through the years, I've been lucky enough to sip some of the best made by the best. Hear that sound? It's time to cozy up to the bar and let me introduce you to the movers and shakers of the world's most famous watering holes. On an island nation where it's summer 9 months out of the year, the locals beg you for frozen drinks. But you want to try something completely different. Dinos Constantinides stood his ground and did it his way, making his bar, Lost+Found Drinkery, one of Drinks International's world's best bars. Today he sits down with me to show what it took to put Nicosia on the cocktail map. Welcome. Thank you for being here with me today. And we are at one of the 50 best bars in the world. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It's very exciting.
It was the second time in a row.
Second time in a row. Mm-hmm. And on this tiny island of Cyprus, which is fantastic. And
40 degrees outside.
Yeah, 40 degrees, very hot. So we're going to be drinking lots of things with ice later. And tell me how you got where you are now.
After finishing my studies in London in business management, University of Westminster, I had to come back to Cyprus. So when I came back, I decided to open the first mobile bar services on the island. 2008, that is.
Is that with you as bartender?
Yeah, but the funds were limited, were very limited. So we had to buy the wood and everything and build the bar ourselves with the help of my dad. It was a new market. Nobody knew what this kind of service was. So it was very difficult to penetrate the market.
What was it called? What did you call yourselves?
Your Bartender Bar Services.
Okay.
I did an event for a guy who got very excited with this idea and he wanted to invest in this project. We decided to rent a space, so we got this space, and to grow. We said, okay, we need to do a bar school, we're gonna do some bar courses for the professionals, for non-professionals, plus we're gonna have more space for the storage while doing events, more to keep the mobile bars, the ice machines and everything.
When you were a mobile bar service,
mm-hmm.
the kind of drinks you're making, because you've been finalists in many Bacardi Legacy championships, the cocktails that you were making for this mobile bar service, was it tapping into your creativity or was it pretty much the standards?
It was a lot different than what the people of Cyprus were used to.
So you were allowed to be creative. You could.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This was a thing that we had to differentiate, first of all. There was two things. You either differentiate or you dilute and you enter them, you go with the flow, you know? Mm-hmm. Then we said, okay, let's make the place look like a bar. Since it's going to be a bar school, why not making the look as a bar? So we're picking stuff, old stuff, lost and found stuff.
Where would you go to find any of these things?
Old houses and storerooms.
So reclaimed furniture, things that people were getting rid of, thus
yes.
The whole lost
mm-hmm.
and found.
That's, as you can see, cinema chairs, pinball.
Old pinball machines.
Yeah, 1976.
Mm-hmm. It must have been fun.
And time wasting. It took us 9 months to build the place. We want to give this vintage look, this old school. It was something new, and to also bring up old cocktails.
I guess in Cyprus, this type of bar has never really existed.
It was also about giving them the chance to have something similar of what they have abroad here on the island.
Right, in a capital city in Europe.
Yeah. But the idea, first of all, was we were focused on the bar school. I have to jump a bit back now, and meanwhile, while I opened my company, I was also working as a bar manager at a place. I met a guy from Bacardi that time who said, "Okay, I know what you're doing, and I want to have a good collaboration with you." It was the first guy who saw a blank paper, and he invested on. He believed on that. First time the place was ready, we said we rented the place to Martini to do a big event, and the launch of Martini Royale. The night was great, lots of people. They loved the place, although it was still a bar school, had nothing to do with the bar. Serving drinks, music, they had a good time, and that was it. Next day, I woke up and there was the recession.
Aye.
Okay. So the banks went bankrupt, the economy crashed, and people had no idea what to do. A lot of businesses closed down immediately in 1 week. Banks were closed, so people could not get any cash, and they didn't know what was going on with their account.
Let me guess. You have people knocking on the door. I need a drink. I need a drink.
So we didn't know what to do as well.
Right, of course.
We said, okay, who's gonna have any more disposable income to rent us for private bar services?
Right.
No one. And then we said, okay, we need to find either we leave the country or we find a different revenue stream. And that's what we decided to do, to take the risk and do a new open bar. The question was the market ready for us? I mean, they were used to drink frozen cocktails, not so good ingredients, and huge quantities. It was very different than I remember when I served the first Sazerac to a customer, and he said, "Where's the rest of it?" And
why is it not frozen?
Yeah, it was. I told him, "This is the original recipe. This is how it's made."
And these, I assume, because Nicosia is not really on the tourist path that much.
I think we get only 3% of the tourists that they come to Cyprus.
Mm-hmm. So your audience really is a local audience.
Yeah.
I mean, up to that point. Now, because you're internationally renowned, I assume people come to see you.
We do have a lot of new people now.
So
Yes.
even the Cypriots were drinking the frozen drinks. It wasn't just the tourists who were coming.
Sweet.
So it was really teaching.
Sweet, fruity, frozen. Mojitos, margaritas, daiquiris. That was it. So do you dilute your beliefs to appeal to the market, or do you differentiate to attempt to penetrate and educate? Although educate is not the right word, because when people go out and they want to have a drink, they don't want to be educated. They just want to have a nice chat and have a nice drink. So it's all about the experience.
But you can tweak that experience. So the old-fashioned doesn't have to always be the old-fashioned. It can,
You play.
Right, you play, right. And so that was November 2013.
Yeah. 1st of November 2013.
Not even 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And had you started doing competitions then?
Okay, so this guy from Bacardi I met, he said, okay, you go to Beirut and watch a competition. I said, great, I wanna fly to Beirut. He said, 2 weeks before the competition, he said, you have to compete. I said, I'm not ready to compete. I don't know I've never been to any competitions. I wasn't afraid, but I wasn't ready. And he said, no, you have to go and compete. It's a Middle East thing. There are gonna be people from Turkey, from Dubai, from Lebanon, Cyprus. So you go. I said, okay, I'm going. I went there and I won. The prize was to fly to Barcelona.
What now? All right, you got to back up a little.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's a bit.
You didn't. So this first competition, did you have any plan? Like what kind of drink did you make up? I mean,
I
made something up very quickly, but then it won.
Yeah, I made a drink with pineapple, pear, cognac, rum, of course, vanilla and lime. Which I still have it on the menu because it sells a lot. So I went there. The prize was to go to Barcelona and watch the global final. Great, I won. Another trip. Going to Barcelona, I met the global guys, and they said, "Are you competing to the global final?" I said, "No, I don't know anything about that." They said, "No, you have to come. You have to come." "What is the global finals?" I said, "Puerto Rico." And I turned to the guy, he looked at me, he said, "Okay, you're going to Puerto Rico and compete to the finals." And that's how it started, you know, the whole thing. Then I met other people there, then the next year they gave me a free trip to Miami, and then I competed again, I won again, and then moved to, had to compete in Russia.
Well, you're here doing your thing, and I guess there's not much competition. You're pretty much the only one who's doing this kind of thing in Nicosia at that time.
Yeah.
When you won these competitions, did you think, wait a sec, look at this whole world of people, you made so many contacts and you saw that other people, did you thrive off their creativity and see what they were doing and bring that back to the bar?
Yes, that was a inspiration, you know, watching all these legends of the industry, and not from YouTube, but you actually had the chance to talk to them and discuss some stuff and see how their techniques and their approach and everything was something that you had to, it was inspiring.
I'm sure. So you're a proper bar now.
Yeah.
At this time.
Proper bar.
You're a proper bar. Now talk me through the menu then. So what were your first menus like?
As we wanted to bring something new, a total new experience, we also said that we thought to do something with a new menu, a new idea. And we loved the idea of a cocktail map, and this is our touch to the cocktail map. So, as you see it now, there's around 50 cocktails on it, and it starts from light to strong, according to the alcohol volume, and then the middle part are the sweet, and as you go up it's sweet, sour, and sour. As you go down it's dry, sweet, and dry. And next to it you see there's a small legend here where you see if it's fruity, if it's herbal.
So an apple is fruity, then
yeah,
you have some herbs, and savory, spicy, floral.
Yep, and then according to the color you see the base on alcohol. So the first thing you do is you choose your taste. So this is an easy way to guide you. Okay, so you choose first the box you want according to your preferred taste. So if you like sweet and strong, here you go. If you like sweet, sour, medium, strong, you're here. And then you see you choose
and you
colors,
choose the glass.
And the glass.
And the glass that you're going to get it in.
Yep.
So if you know it's a long drink or in a martini glass or champagne glass.
And then you have it.
And you do still have some frozens. Oh wait, no.
Sorry,
they're no frozen. I'm sorry, they're shaken.
So here you
Daiquiri
have it.
margarita.
This is more detailed.
I love it.
For example, this
with the actual ingredients in it.
Yeah.
So really, the first time you come in, you get this.
Yeah, one of the.
I love soup of the day is one of the. So it's whatever you decide. It's like the omakase menu on the Japanese at Japanese restaurants, whatever the chef wants, right?
Actually, this is served in a nice old glass of soup. You know, the big mugs.
Maybe you have to make one of those for me today.
Yep.
And also, all I hear is about your ice. The ice is in everything. Talk me through the ice. And I saw it was also on your list for quality ice.
Oh yeah.
Was there ice before and then ice after? You know.
It's in all the drinks. Either you have a coffee or First of all, let's tell everyone that we live on an island with approximately 8 to 9 months of summer. So the weather is really hot. It gets really, really hot.
That's why they were drinking all those frozen cocktails before.
Yeah. Good quality ice, with no salts, a lot of filtering and everything. You get less dilution. That means a better drink, because you don't want to water the drink down. You want to get you want the temperature to be more cold, not watered down. We invested a lot on the ice, as we believe it's a more important ingredient, the most important ingredient, which is this is our thinking. It's not about finding new ingredients. You can make an old fashioned with the good quality ice, and it's still gonna be the best cocktail. We have the best ice machines. We have 4 of those, 4 different shapes of ice, and 17 water filters. Yeah.
So people can just come for the ice, really? It must be incredible.
Actually, last night I heard somebody talking about the ice, explaining to his friend that this is a proper stuff. This is how drinks should be. You finish the drink and you're still left with a big chunk of ice in the glass. Mm-hmm. That's only because it doesn't melt easily. The global ambassador of Bacardi 3 years ago, when he first visited the place, he told me, Dinos, this is something I've never seen before on an island. If I had this setup on the islands I do my global events, then it would have been very different. And then I realized that I knew it, but it was not until he said it that people see Cyprus as an island and not as a country. I see it as a country because, I'm here all the time. And that was really, it made me feel really good that he sees something that not other places have, which is this great setup.
Right, and I assume that it draws people in. People who are interested in cocktails want to come to these 50 best bars. Mm-hmm. I know I want to work my way through them. And so, you are making Nicosia now one of, helping to make it much more popular, one of the places to come, a destination to come to experience something that you can't get anywhere else on the island but here, which is really important for Nicosia as a capital city.
Yeah,
I believe.
And the word you said, experience, that's the best description, because it's not about serving drinks. We don't serve drinks. It's we give the whole experience of you want the theatrical, you want the nice presentation of the drink, you want good approach to the customer, to the guest, the service, and all this kind of stuff. On an island where the main GDP comes from tourism, it was unacceptable not to have good quality drinks as well, because if you go back and see Denmark, how Copenhagen built their tourism now is all about the restaurants, and you have top quality restaurants, Michelin star, and people actually travel to Copenhagen just to have that experience.
Have you seen there be a change from your locals of what they want in the time that you've been here, the 3 years open? Are they much more open to trying new things now?
Oh, definitely. That's where the difficult part comes. Now, okay, small city, more or less the same customers. So you need to keep them, to keep that interest. So we're now in the 3rd year. That's why our menu, we have more than 50 cocktails on the menu, because the same people coming. So I cannot have a short cocktail list. You need to update and update and update and keep the old ones because they love them and they want them.
Will you change the menu, do you think? Do you see that in the future of changing, adding?
I do. I do it all the time.
You do? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least 3 times a year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we also bring new ideas, new cocktails in a different presentation of the menu.
Let's go make a drink now.
We need it.
So next time you are planning that beach holiday to Cyprus, make sure you leave time to head to Nicosia to sample one of his award-winning cocktails. Heads up though, if you order a mojito, it always comes in a plastic cup. We fly all the way to Peru via London on our next show to find out what the heck pisco is and why it's suddenly all anyone can think about right now. Fabiano Latham, drinks consultant and pisco maven, talks us through why we should all be ordering pisco sours the next time we sidle up to a bar. Until next time, bottoms up. For more information and links to everything you've heard about, plus a bit more, please visit bestbitsworldwide.com. Thanks for listening to Best Sips Worldwide, a spin-off of Best Bits Worldwide. Always remember the wise words of Oscar Wilde, all things in moderation, including moderation, and never drink and drive. Okay, I said that last part. Theme music is by Steven Shapiro and used with permission. You'll find me at the bar